What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a super early overpowered build that can be done within about 45 minutes of creating your new character. First, you want to start off by going with an astrologer. You can use any starting gift. I recommend the gold seed if it's your first run. For this run I went with the land between rune just so I didn't have to farm as much later on. But the farming method is really fast, so it won't be too big of a deal. We're going to be using an intelligence and faith weapon, so astrologer is the best pick. Once you wake up, you can try to kill the boss if you're an Ultra Gamer Chad. For the sake of this run, I'm just going to dot him as quickly as possible. You do get a pretty cool sword if you kill him, but we're going to be getting a much better sword really early on anyways with this run, so there's not really a point to doing this. If this is your first run, I definitely recommend doing the tutorial. It's down there to the bottom right. If not, we're just going to run up through this door to skip the tutorial. From here, it's a pretty straight path forward. Just run up, grab the grace, grab the item, and then head to the lift, and have your little Breath of the Wild moment. From here, we're just going to be heading right on up to the church. Pretty straightforward route. Do not aggro the tree sentinel, because at this level, he will mess you up big time. Once you get up to the church, there's going to be a grace site and a merchant. The merchant sells the crafting kit, which is an absolutely necessary item for this game, so go ahead and pick that up. Now from here, we're just going to be heading over to the Gatefront Ruins and getting our horse. It's a pretty straight path. Leave it on screen. I'm going to be running through this entire run pretty quickly. I'm not going to be picking up any extra items. So definitely go at your own pace here. Feel free to explore. But try to follow along and try to stick to this path, because there's a few parts that are kind of necessary. From here, we're going to be getting a necessary weapon for this run. It's not the one that we're going to be using, but it's going to be useful for one specific thing. Try to follow along. It's a pretty long ride. We're going to be heading pretty much as far south as you can really go in this area, or just about. We're going to be coming up to this bridge. There's going to be a boss here. He only spawns at night. You can really just run past him. If you're in the daytime, he's not even going to spawn, but if you want to kill him, come back later. For now, we're just going to run all the way through. You can pretty much follow this main road. We're going to be coming up on a small bridge here in a second. I do actually die at it because there is a ballista that is pointed at the front of the bridge, but I skip past it because I'm trying to keep this video relatively quick. But yeah, you'll come over this hill. There'll be the little spirit thing. It'll give you your tutorial. Run past it. There is a Stake America or a respawn point right here, not outside of Grace. But if you do die to the ballista right there, like I did, you can just respawn there and keep running. We're going to be going down here under these fallen rock formations, and we're heading to that black cart right in front of us. And right here at the back, we're going to be picking up the Morning Star. This weapon is a little bit above the requirements that we have right now. Luckily, if you two-hand in this game, you double your strength. You don't actually have to pick up the items or die here. I just do it to be quicker. So I will respawn back at the grace point that we need to go to much faster. From here, we're going to be heading to the Dragon Burnt Ruins, specifically a trap chest in the basement, or one of the basements. I would not recommend going anywhere near the bonfire in the middle of the pond down here to my right. It will spawn a dragon. It's not going to be an easy fight, especially since we have no upgrades and we're still level 1. You're just going to come right over here to the main building. There's going to be a basement. Kind of had to search for it for a little bit because I haven't been over here in a while. It's right down here. You can bring your horse down here. You don't want to ride past all the rats. Try to open the door. I tried to quit out here to reset the rat aggro. However, unfortunately, it didn't work for me, and they ended up killing me. That's fine if you die. There's a Stake America right outside, as you can see. You can just run back in on your horse, and they won't be able to hit you in time for you to get the trap chest. Now you're going to respawn in the Celia Crystal Tunnels. Everything here will one-shot you. Don't mess with anything. Just run for the exit. You'll probably have to dodge down this hallway because there's some range attacks. Just get out as fast as possible. There's a grace here for you to hit, and you definitely want to do so. As soon as you do, you just walk out that front door and get on Torrent and follow this route. Once again, from here, you're just going to be hopping on your horse and following my path. This is a very high-level area. It's about mid-game, but for us right now, everything here will one-shot us. Don't worry about those big things, they can't really move. But for now, you're just going to be hanging right until you get to this ravine with all the purple dudes in it. Run past them, avoid the ones that are balled up as they do explode. Just going to run straight to the back next to this massive ball, grab the somber smithing stone, and get out. Now from here, you're going to be going directly across the pond to the swamp, whatever this is. For some reason, I got invaded while doing this, which has never happened before, and I've recorded this run twice already. I don't know what that exactly was about, but I cut it all out, just killed myself, went back to the grace site that's right in front of us that I'm about to show you here, and continue the route from there. Now from here, once again, you're hanging right on the side of this cliff. There's a merchant there, has some pretty nice stuff, but you can come back for him later. I'm gonna just be heading straight up here, up until you get to the smoldering wall. Once you do, you're gonna hang right again, so you get past this giant white boulder. Once you do, you're gonna go through the first gap in the wall to your left, and just head pretty much straight from there. There's gonna be a bunch of graves up here that will have some runes. Definitely get them. We'll make your farming a little bit later on. Couple minutes less. But from there, you're going to run over to this little triangular thing, jump the gap, and welcome to Grail's Dragon Barrow. From here, once again, hang right along the entire cliff face. There's going to be a lot of dragons in this area. If you hang to the far right, none of them will see you, none of them will attack you. Once you get up here, you're going to want to get on the right side of the smoldering wall so the dragon does not see you. There's going to be one more dragon up here, however he's going to be asleep, so as long as you run by him quickly, he won't notice you or do anything. Now, as you can see, this giant white thing sticking up into the sky is actually the wing of the mother dragon. That is where we're going to be getting all of our runes from. You're going to head over to this side of Grace, and your maiden is going to talk to you. She's going to try to convince you to come to the round table hold. For now, don't do it. We're already here. We're just going to kill this dragon, get our runes, level up, and then go get that weapon. Now at this point, you're going to want to equip the Morning Star that we got earlier. You're going to want to two-hand it so you can use it. Then you're going to come down to the tail of this mother dragon. Now as you can see, I'm about to start hitting it. You're going to notice that I'm not doing any damage at all. His health bar is not moving. That is why we got this very specific weapon. This weapon has bleed. And bleed, in Souls games, instead of doing a multiplier on your weapon damage, takes a % of the enemy health. So as you can see right about there, just did 13,000 damage, took off about 6th or 7th of her health. It's a little bit of a tedious process, takes 2 to 3 minutes, but it's well worth it, trust me. And right there, I kill her. She does the longest death animation in history. You're going to want to go ahead and run back up to the Grace site, and in the bottom right corner you can see, start out with 50,000 directly from her, and all the little dragons around her die, giving you an extra 28,000 runes. You're going to run up to this Grace site, you're going to want to level up. Immediately put everything you have into Intelligence and Faith. You want 24 in each. You should have 1 left over if you're lucky. Go ahead and put that into Strength. Once you're done with that, you want to travel back to the Gatefront Ruins. You're going to be heading up towards the first boss, but we are not going to be going into the first boss just yet. You're going to follow the main road. There's going to be a gold seed over to the right here. Definitely recommend picking that up. It's also going to be Side of Grace up here past the wolf ambush. And in this shack, there's going to be a little girl that gives you a quest. She will come back to the round table after you talk to her about 3 times, and she gives you 2 items. Definitely initiate that as fast as possible. She gives you some nice stuff later down the line. For now, you can take a right instead of a left at this fork. Head out towards this great bridge. Looks like it's down halfway across, but there is a path to go down to the left. Pick up this item. It's a cookbook. You definitely don't want that. Head up toward the left. Take this little path. Be careful up here on your horse, because there is a few spots that you can fall off, and it's not a fun time. Once you get around here to your left, you're going to encounter a few packs of wolves. You can just ride past them on your horse. No big deal. Come up to a Side of Grace up here. And from here, we're going to be making our way into the new area. Now, I did die here, so I had to respawn, but I'm respawning from the same spot, so the route will be the same. So from here, you're going to head down this embankment, this little trench, ravine, and it's going to take you to the new area. Welcome, my friends, to Lernia. This place... Oh, this place. A lot of cool stuff here, a lot of annoying stuff here. For now, we're just going to be running straight through all of it, going as far north as we possibly can. We're going to be going to the northmost point that we have access to right now, without taking some stuff that happens later on. There's a lot of items in this area. I'm not going to be showing off too much. I'm just going to show you a couple points of grace and a teleport. I don't even know what to call that thing. There are some big crawdad looking guys out here. They're big and green. Stay away from them as far as you can. They have ranged attacks that will one-shot you, guaranteed. So just don't mess with them. You'll know them when you see them. But like I said, for now, we're just running as far north as possible. Once you make it to these ruins, you're almost there. You almost have the sword. You're going to run up to this back wall. Go ahead and slap it. It is an illusionary wall. And on the other side, you'll have a Side of Grace and a good friend, a blacksmith, who will be very useful later on. So keep this Side of Grace in mind. Now we're going to make our way up towards the Carrion Manor. Be careful here. There are magic arrows that will fall from the sky. As long as you weave back and forth, left and right, you'll be completely fine. They are not hard to avoid at all. Although they do quite a bit of damage, so don't get caught by them. Gonna make your way through the manor. Be careful. There's gonna be some traps in the ground. They're gonna look like big fingernails. They are enemies that will grab you out of the ground, and they do a lot of damage. So just run through. Pay no mind to anything. Just watch the floor. Make sure you don't get hit. We're gonna be heading up to the castle ramparts. There's a Side of Grace here. Definitely recommend getting that. This place is very useful later on, and there's a girl who gives you a quest here that is Really cool. It's for the Moonlight Greatsword, so let me know if you guys want a video on that. But for now, you're going to be heading down here, jumping off to this left building, and jump off to the building below that, and here you're going to have a ladder down. And in here, it's going to be a chest with your first legendary armament. Say hello to the Sword of Night and Flame. This thing is crazy. Before we can use it, though, we're going to have to head back over to where we killed the dragon in the dragon barrow. You're going to follow this path on screen over to a mage tower. Lanya's Rise, I believe, something like that. There's a really easy, no effort required rune farm over here that gives you about 2,000 to 4,000 runes every 30 seconds, depending on how quick you are. So you're going to make your way all the way up towards this tower. Then you're going to jump down off to the right. There's going to be a little spirit thing that you can jump into. You're going to go over here and pick up the Site of Grace. This is necessary for the farming method. Once you do, you're going to head down this little path over to the left, down towards this bridge. And as you come down here, a giant boulder is going to spawn in behind you. What we're going to do is we're going to get the boulder to spawn in, curve right, and have the boulder run off the cliff. And when it does, it'll kill an enemy at the bottom. And it'll give you 2,000 runes. Now, this doesn't work every single time. You have to get the placement a little different every time, and it's wonky. But if you keep doing it, you'll get 2,000 runes pretty much every time it falls off once you get it down. And you're going to be looking to get 18,000 runes. We're going to need 18,000 runes for upgrading this weapon. So there, as you can see, plus 1978 something or other. So give you quite a bit of runes. I do end up using some of the runes that we got along the way as well to shorten that time. But once you have those 20,000 runes, go ahead and head back to our blacksmith friend. He's going to have the upgrade materials that we need for this legendary sword that we got. Go ahead and talk to him twice. The second time, he will give you the option to purchase. Go ahead and purchase one of each. You only need 1 stone per level for these weapons. And then go ahead and get that bad boy to +5 using that stone that we got in the purple ravine earlier. Once you have that, you can go ahead and equip your sword. You won't have enough strength to one-hand it, but you can two-hand it and use it effectively. And that's all you need. Once you do that, go ahead and head back to that storm shack that we were at earlier with the girl that gives you the quest. We're going to head up towards Margit, the first boss. From here, the rest is kind of up to you. I can't really show you an exact way how to beat the boss, but I can show you how much this sword does to this guy. This sword will kill him in about 4 hits. You just gotta watch out for his hammer attack, because he can recover from that faster than you can cast. But as you can see right there, 3 hits and he's already down to pretty much like no health. I mess up here. My power stance button was a little, I guess, stuck. I don't know. But as you can see right here, finish him off with the flame attack. And that is the easiest way to beat the first boss with the strongest possible early game build. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, and this helped you at all, be sure to like and comment what you would like me to guide you guys on next. If you really enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out quite a lot, and I would really appreciate it. That is it for this video, though. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.